Hi guys, Mark here. Have you ever considered using GTA as a learning tool for UK driving test? Is it feasible at all? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Welcome to the virtual world. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to use GTA 5 to practice a little bit for UK driving test. I know it's just a game, but it is a simulation, and some of the features are quite good, and you can use them to practice for the test. So first of all, maneuvers. That's the single biggest thing you can improve while driving this game, because basically it teaches you how the car behaves when you're reversing. If you turn the wheels to the right, what's gonna happen? If you turn the wheels to the left, what's gonna happen? So you can basically learn how to operate the car while reversing. But also you can practice individual maneuvers. For example, bay parking. Notice I'm using the mammoth, or hammer, as it seems to me. And I'm using it because it has a turning circle that's more realistic than the other vehicles. And for reverse bay parking, you can use the basic putting the line in line with your shoulder and then putting full lock to get you in the bay. So we're using this line, that's 1, 2, 3. We should park in front of that was Ferrari or whatever they call it in this game. So put full lock. Unfortunately, in this game, full lock, as you can see, is only a quarter of a turn. In real life, that's going to be 1.5 turn. And we keep on going back slowly, having all around check, remembering about observations, waiting the car turns. Now we should be able to see the lines in the mirror. Unfortunately, in this game, mirrors are not simulated that greatly, so we're gonna have to rely on something else. Luckily, we have this car behind us that we can align with, and then we can use another reference point, this back passenger window, to decide how far backwards can we go. Basically, we want the line that the end of bay line to be in the very corner of this window. So a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and yeah, it's very close to the corner, so we should be fine. I think we're slightly squint. The front is pointing that side, but let's have a look. Yeah, we're in a bay, barely. Because I'm squint, it's not exact as we want it to be, but yeah, as you can see, it kind of works. So you can learn how to do that, but the biggest thing is how to fix it. And a lot of people have problems with maneuvering in restricted spaces, with what they want to achieve and how to do that. So in this case, it's quite simple. I'm just gonna drive forward a little bit and turn left to straighten up the car, and then to make sure the back is in, because I remember I was slightly closer to the left. When reversing, I'm gonna turn the right a little bit. The front goes that way, pushing the back in like that, and that should bring me in nicely. The biggest advantage is that you have this third person view. That's something you don't have in real life. So if you're struggling in first person view, you're not sure which way to turn. Do I turn steer left? Do I steer right? Go to this view. Do you want the wheels like that or like that? Check what's gonna happen if you do it like that. Oop, no, like that. Oh yeah, better. And learning that is probably the single most helpful thing in this game. How the car behaves when you're reversing, which then you can use for all different kind of maneuvers. So one of the new maneuvers involve pulling up on the right and reversing in a straight line. But if you pull up slightly squint, you want to be able to fix it while reversing. So which way do I steer, left or right? And you'll find it surprisingly difficult initially when you're learning how to drive, and this game can help you make the correct decisions, correct choices, and especially the third person view can make you understand how the car behaves when reversing a little bit better. You can practice other maneuvers as well, like forward bay parking. Again, remembering all the things that your driving instructor told you, like swinging out all the way to the right before you try to park on the left, and trying to lead the front a little too far so that making sure the back gets over this line. Okay, a little bit more. Yeah, I think the back is in, so now bring the front back and straightening up. Go a little bit more forward. We should be in. Yay! Another maneuver, parallel parking. Again, it's not perfect, but you can learn the basics and try to understand them. Like for example, the fact that you're trying to put the car on a 45-degree angle. Yeah, let's say like that. And then trying to bring the back reasonably close to the curb. And then bring the front back in, hopefully without hitting the car in front of you. Yeah, and we're reasonably straight, so straighten up the wheels. Yeah, I think I'm in. Yeah, pretty nicely, pretty close. Again, it's not perfect simulation, but you learn the basics. It's probably easier to start in third person view because you can see what's going on exactly, but you'll be able to understand more. For example, why you don't want to start turning just now when your back isn't sticking out from behind his back, why you want to get the backs at least in line or maybe even sticking out a little bit, and then start to turn, because that gives you space to maneuver with the front afterwards. And going for bigger angle than 45 degree make it more difficult to judge when to straighten up. So if you manage to do this in third person view and then manage to do this in first person view, it will help you substantially in real life. So another thing is reading the road. I know this is US and well, the game simulates an US city, but they still have road markings and traffic signs, and driving or trying to obey them is not going to be that easy, especially from first person view. You need to be able to figure out where to go, which part of the road to aim for, what the sign means, which lane to choose. That's called reading the road. So for example, I want to continue straight ahead on the junction ahead. I'm gonna have to stay in the middle lane. It seems to be green, so I have no idea where this guy is waiting, unless it's green only for people turning left. So you'll see there are road markings, traffic signs that you can try to obey, and you'll see in real life that's probably the single most important skill of a driver, being able to read the road, to gather the information from it. And last but not least, trying to follow the sat-nav. Again, it's not perfect. It doesn't give you all the information that sat-nav gives you in real life, but again, trying to figure out where to go, what's the sat-nav is showing, where am I supposed to go, that's all kind of very helpful. And figuring out, trying to match what you can see on the sat-nav with what you can see in the real world, well, in this case the virtual world, that's going to be extremely helpful. And can I change the lane? Yeah. Oh, but I'm not turning. I can go straight this as well. Okay. Yeah, so trying to match that, trying to figure out which lane to choose. Where is my turn? I'm guessing it's at the traffic lights. Whoa. I thought this lane was supposed to lead me forward as well. It seems it's not perfect. And I went the wrong way. Yes, I did. Yeah, talking about reading the road. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe you'll improve a little bit with maneuvering and reading the road and using the sat-nav. And if you do let me know. So if you did enjoy the video, hit the like button, maybe even consider subscribing. And I see you guys in the next video. Drive safe.